idea.
Hey, wondering about.
Can you turn that on?
I'm sorry.
Can you turn the mic on? I'm just kidding.
Wondering about Chet and the fact that it looks like maybe he's broken through a mental barrier. You know, the old Roger Bannister deal where he broke the 4-minute mile, and then all of a sudden everybody else did it. Chet came through with 8 the other night. It seemed like he got it quickly tonight. It was 7. Do you think that he is on a path to do those things consistently?
I mean, 8 and 7 is hard to do consistently, but he's definitely, the game's slowing down for him. You know, he's talk all the time about growing through experiences, and he's a classic example of a guy that good, bad, up, down experiences, he grows and he continues to improve through all that stuff. And so it's not going to be surprising as things start to slow down for him. Obviously, the shot blocking the last couple games has been loud, but things are slowing down for him in all facets of the game.
Nick Gallo, Grizzlies Thunder. Mark, I just want to ask you about the approach tonight, and then especially the approach like coming out of the locker room into the third quarter. If there's anything that stood out to you about the way that you guys handled that.
Yeah, I thought a good start to the third. You know, good job weathering the early part of the game. They made some shots early, some tough shots early as well. You know, I thought we had good poise and maturity to build that lead. I thought we could have played a little better once we had the lead, but you know, I thought the sharpness and the identity on both ends of the floor was there for much of the game. It's the reason why we won.
Mark, I know they shot a ton of threes, but they made 11 two-pointers. What stood out to you about the rim defense and just the way everything unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing a good job of providing help. Everybody obviously doing a good job of contesting around the rim, forcing teams to shoot jump shots. We have to contest them better than I thought we did tonight. I thought, as we unpack this and we look at our process, I think we're going to find that they missed some open shots, but at the end of the day, we're forcing teams to shoot jump shots, which is what we want to do. It allows us to have a more predictable floor game on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and going back to Chet, he joined, I believe, Tim Duncan and Wemby as the only rookies to have 7 or more blocks against the Grizzlies. Obviously, that third quarter sequence was pretty special. I know you like to maybe temper expectations, but does it feel like you have a historically special rookie in your hands?
I'm gonna temper expectations on that one. Like, we're just playing the game in front of us. He needs to. It's early in his career. We have more than 60% of our season left. The worst thing that he can do, we can do, is stop improving and stop looking, at our process in a clear-eyed manner. And if he's a great player, that's only going to help him be a great player. And so it's more important to just ground into ways to improve and ways to grow, and that's what he needs to be focused on. That's what we all need to be focused on.
Mark, those 11 two-point shots, they're only the 10th team in the history of the league to make 11 or fewer in a game. They took a lot of threes, so that accounts for that. But does that say anything to you, that number?
Yeah, like I said, we're okay with giving up a volume of threes as long as they're contested, because it means that we're forcing teams to plan B. Everybody wants to attack the rim, everybody wants to go to the line, everybody wants to shoot layups. And if we're forcing teams to shoot jump shots, that's a good thing. We need to be great at then contesting them. We've been very good at that for much of the year. I thought actually tonight we left something to be desired. We could have gotten burned more if they shot it better. But generally getting them to shoot, it's a good thing.
And then you mentioned the shot blocking being loud the last couple of games for Chet. Are there quiet things defensively that you're seeing from him that you weren't seeing from him 10 games ago, 20 games ago?
Yeah, I think he's learning, in pick and roll coverage when he's in the actual action, learning what depth to play at, when to provide help on the ball handler, when the guard has a chance to get back. His technique in terms of angles has really improved. He was really opened in his stance early in the season and allowing straight lines to the basket or giving himself a hard time to recover back to a roller or a pop guy. That's one example of things. We're moving him around the floor a little more. We're having him take different matchups for different reasons on different nights. That's a layer that he's certainly capable of that we didn't do early because we were really trying to get him dialed into the pick and roll part. So, he's got a long way to go in terms of, becoming the best player that he can become. Obviously, he's already impactful, though.
Mark, when people describe Chet's shot blocking ability, they usually go to physical things like his length, wingspan, height. But I just want to ask you, what stands out about just like his mental aspect of the game, basketball IQ? I know you mentioned with Brett's question that he's growing the pick and roll game.
In the shot blocking?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, you know, you can ask him. I mean, he's a craftsman with that. The one thing that stands out for me is the fearlessness of him attacking those plays. You know, it's a vulnerable position when you're going up and contesting shots at the rim, especially at his frame. And he's always got his nose in the fight there. I mean, he'll get dunked on 5 times in a game if it means contesting 5 rim shots. And I think that's the mental thing that I respect most about him as a competitor. You know, forget about the shot blocking. Is he's willing to fail. He's willing to be embarrassed in pursuit of the right thing for the team on that play. And I have a lot of respect for him for that reason.
Thanks.